Hey everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to the channel. Today, it is finally time. I am going to be sharing with you the complete renovation of our primary bathroom. This was a big project. It took about 5 weeks and it has exceeded my expectations and really surprised me in a few ways, and I can't wait to share it all with you. So before I go any further in this video, I don't know where you live in the world and I don't know when you're watching this video. I hope that this will be what they call an evergreen video, so you could be watching it 2 years from when I put it up. But here in the US, we have just experienced a very big election. And it's an election that I personally volunteered with, gave a lot of time and energy to, and I am wildly disappointed with the outcome. And so I didn't want to just sally forth with this very fun video without acknowledging that it's a very difficult time for a lot of us in the US. And I spent all day yesterday crying, and today I am trying very hard to get back to doing what I am good at, which is my job, and trying to provide an escape and a place for you all to come, just like I have done through similar times in the past, just like I did during our global pandemic. I feel better when I get in front of the camera and can bring some hope and encouragement. And although my primary bathroom may not feel hopeful or encouraging, hopefully, if nothing else, it will give you a few minutes of escape from whatever might be on your mind. So I wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to talk about the elephant in the room, if you will. If you'll forgive a terrible, terrible pun during a very challenging time. There's no segue. So I'll just dive right into the bulk of the video. A lot of you have been following along on this adventure. If you're one of my patrons, if you follow me on Instagram, although I'm not posting to there right now, but I had been in the past. This bathroom renovation I have wanted to do for 9 solid years. In fact, we started the project, got estimates, and then had to shut it down right before the pandemic. So it's been a very long time coming. And I can tell you, just spoiler, that I am overwhelmed with the outcome. It has exceeded my every expectation. So I'm gonna not make you wait till the end of the video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the before and the after so that you can see the finished project. And then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about the process itself, some surprises along the way, and some tips and tricks that may help you if you're considering a bathroom renovation of your own. So without further ado, here we go. The big reveal, my new bathroom. So for me, a few things that take this bathroom just over the edge for me. Having the mixed metals and having the gold mirror and the light fixtures. I know some people are going to be like, why are there mixed metals? That is a very big trend right now in interior design, but I have to tell you, it just is like the jewelry of the space. And this mirror in particular with the arch, the little bit of a nod to an Art Deco design, it's delicious. I absolutely love it. I love the quartz countertops, these vanities with the self-closing drawers, so much amazing storage space in here. Like, it's really, I almost don't have anything in this linen closet now because I have so much storage in these 2 vanities. Another thing that I picked up was this little set here. These are from Amazon and I will link them below, but because this tub doesn't have a surround, having this little tray to put my book, my phone, I can play my music, I can put my candle there, really, really nice. And then this little bench that you can just set something on. and then this to hold the towels. One challenge we had in this bathroom was the fact that there are not a lot of great places to hang towels. And we knew that even before with the old design of this bathroom. So the solution was to hang them. Hold on, let me move my tripod. To do 2 hooks right here, and that is where they go. I took it down for the sake of the video, so like truth in advertising, but I also have an over the door hook that goes right there so that we can dry our towels after we're done showering. So that's a very big deal. Another detail that I didn't even know existed is this drain actually has a little tool that you just turn once and it pops up. So if you have really long hair and hair removal is an issue, you want to ask your contractor about this. I think it's called a pop-up drain. Nothing to unscrew, no screws to worry about dropping down the drain, none of that issue. I absolutely love it. This bench, didn't even know how much I needed a bench in my shower, but I use it pretty much every time I shower, both for shaving my legs, for just like sitting there and contemplating my future. I also love that the little niche is not visible when you walk into the bathroom. So we can hide away all of our hair care and skincare products. And the fact that the drain is underneath the bench and not in the middle of the shower, huge difference. Now the shower door goes this way and it also goes this way, which is really nice. And also we specifically did the ladder handle so that I can hang my towel over the handle, since again, we don't have really convenient towel storage. There's Scooby in my bedroom. Another thing that I picked out myself is this artwork. The artist for this piece is a local Atlanta artist. I will link her information down below. This is not an original painting. I think it's called a glissé. I bought it off of Ballard Designs, but I had heard of this artist before. There is so much about this painting. It came yesterday, and in my current state of mind, I actually cried because the way that there's this like moodiness going on and obviously a rainstorm, but then you have these little glimmers of this beautiful bird and just the light shining through and the puddles. And it was just what my heart needed. If you're into art, then you might have resonated with that. If not, that's okay. You can still appreciate that the colors work and the size is good. We really needed something to fill that up. The other detail that Alexis and Taylor did that I just cannot get over, and I'll talk a little bit more about Alexis and Taylor in just a minute, but the molding that is around everything. Now that is just trim. It looks like it's actual like molding. It's not. But the way that they designed it to look like this had been there forever and the bathroom was added after the fact, as though it was like a historic building built in 1995, it really reads. And it took this really high, ridiculous ceiling and even that big plant ledge up there, and it kind of just brought the eye down and made everything look intentional. And I can't get over that. Now the size of this shower, the old shower ended right there. So look at how much extra space we gained. Also the old shower, the tile only went up to the top of that door, and taking it all the way up was such a good call. We also did some practical things. They added an extra vent. That vent used to be directly over the door, and they moved that one and added another one over here because we had heating and cooling issues in this space, and that's made a huge difference. And they also added an extra exhaust fan and a ceiling fan, which is white and just sort of blends, but it really helps with these vaulted ceilings bring the warm air down in the winter and the cold air down in the summertime. So that's really helpful. So overall, I could not be happier. These vanities did not come with those drawer pulls. Taylor and Alexis ordered different drawer pulls for it. I think the effect of the mixed metals, the artwork I chose, this tub is what's called a slipper tub. The tub filler has this attachment here, so both for cleaning or, if you're washing your hair in the tub or things like that, very convenient. I feel like all of the things that they did in here were thoughtful and practical, and yet so completely beautiful. The transformation in this room It just really blows my mind. So before we go any further, I want to give shout outs to the people that were involved in this project. Alex Session from Cherry Blossom Designs was our general contractor, and our interior designers were Alexis and Taylor from Alexis Taylor Designs. I will put all of their information down in the description box below. I can tell you that working with that team was far more joyful and easy than I ever would have imagined. Having said that, it was very chaotic and at times very stressful. It was the least amount of stress it could have been, right, under the circumstances, but you're not going to do a project like this without having a lot of chaos in your home. If you're someone who works from home, we did move out of our primary bedroom for this whole project to happen, which was something that kind of fought Alex on, but he was like, you trust me when I tell you you want to move out. He was, of course, 100% right, both because they would get here very early in the morning, and my husband's work schedule is different than most, so a lot of times he doesn't even get home till 2 o'clock in the morning, but also because just the dust. And what us moving out enabled them to do was completely drape off, tape off. I'll show you some footage. It was nuts. The entire bedroom, all of our furniture, they put cardboard down so nobody was tracking dirt in. It was quite a bigger operation than I would have thought, and in all the best ways. They put up this big sheet of plastic that had a zipper to keep the rest of the house from getting any construction dust anywhere. It was really remarkable, the care they took to make sure that our belongings were safe. I was shocked at how much work it was, and I did a whole video about that I'll link, about the process of getting everything ready to go. It took me a long time to get everything packed up. It was a good opportunity to do some Swedish death cleaning. You know, as I went, I tried to pare down and get rid of things. I didn't move anything back into this closet or bathroom that I don't love. That's really paid off as I've moved back into the space, because I actually have so much empty space in there, you wouldn't even believe it. Way more storage than I need, which is a great problem to have if you're a woman in a bathroom. And just the way that, even though it was chaotic, our team was just very respectful of our things, and I think it was as easy as it could have been. But if you're thinking of doing a project like this, you need to remember it is going to be chaotic for your animals. It's going to be chaotic for your schedule. Things aren't always going to turn out the way that you think they will or the way that you think that they should. Things are going to come up along the way. While we were under construction, we had a little thing called Hurricane Helene. And although we didn't have any major damage, thank goodness, we did have some water because of the straight line winds and the way the rain came in, that came in the 2 little storage rooms on either side of our closet. But Alex knew a guy and he was able to come and fix it. And any little projects that came up during the process, like they fixed my back door, it was kind of awesome to have people here that knew what they were doing that could fix those kinds of things. But that's one thing I would say, if you're thinking of doing a project like this, as much as you can do more than one thing, you will save money. So if you're already thinking of doing a project like this and you need flooring done in another room, we had a door added on in another room, you do have to keep an eye on the overall budget. But if it's work that you're going to do anyway, adding it in, and this is something that Alexis and Taylor really prepared me well for, you'll save thousands and thousands of dollars. We added some paint in a few areas. You have to be careful of creep, but our general contractor did a really good job of keeping an eye on the budget. He would always alert me if we were going over in a particular area, and I just felt really well cared for. Alex had sent me a complete Google Calendar before the project started. Did I mention that they got done over a week ahead of schedule? When does that ever happen? But the teams that he works with are very, very good and very reliable. And we never felt uncomfortable with anyone that was in our home. And I would say probably 90% of the time when someone was here, Alex was here as well. So we really felt like his time and attention was focused on us. Now, some of you had asked over on Instagram, why did we choose to go with an interior designer? And for me, if I'm spending tens of thousands of dollars, I don't want to screw it up. And kitchen and bath design is far more complex than I think people realize, especially when we're talking about plumbing and placement, not wanting to move any plumbing. For our budget, it was really important that pretty much all the plumbing and electrical stayed where it was, and they were able to come up with a beautiful design. Alexis did tell me it was a bit of a challenge. She thought it would be really straightforward. It wasn't. There's some weird angles in there, just like with any older home. There's some things that weren't exactly like we would design it today, but they did such a great job of working around all that. And those are things I just couldn't have done on my own. So just knowing that they were going to do a good job with it. The other thing that was really fun and they were really considerate of is learning my style. They, of course, looked at my Instagram. They know I have a YouTube channel. I show my home a lot. They came over, they spent time here. I showed them my Pinterest board, colors that I loved, styles that I loved. And what they came up with, I never would have come up with on my own. Never, not in 1,000,000 years. And if you took each of those individual elements, a great example is those lights that turned out to be like my favorite thing in the bathroom. When I first saw them, I didn't like them at all. I thought they were just too much. I didn't like them. I didn't see how they were going to fit. How are you going to have all of these different styles? How are they going to play with each other? I'm shocked at how all the different styles and elements came together. Like just, it's a little bit formal, but not too formal because we have kind of a little bit more playfulness going on in the floor and in the shower tile. And the whole thing just feels like it's me, like it's my personality. I have had a couple of you say, you do realize that you just did a mix of the Grand Floridian and the Riviera at Disney. That was not intentional. The fact that the shower tile does slightly resemble the stone walls of a castle, that was not intentional. I'm not mad about it, but I did not give them that direction. I think my taste just tends to run that direction. But I can honestly tell you, you would be hard-pressed to find a bathroom that exists in the world that is more me than this bathroom. And as someone who finds great comfort in pampering myself and in showers and bathing and all of that, I'm a Cancer, we love water. The timing could not be better because I'm going to need a lot of self-care to get through this next bit of time. And this just created a beautiful oasis for me that I'm very, very excited about. And bonus, Scott really likes it too. So if you have any questions about the bathroom renovation process, aside from specific costs, which I'm not going to share because I feel like that's a thing that if you don't have frame of reference for how much this costs, you're going to think it's outrageous, but it's just a lot of money. And these costs have gone up exponentially in recent years, and they are what they are. So yeah, I'm not going to get into specifics of how much it cost. I will tell you it was far more than I expected. So maybe that's a good guideline. Whatever you think it's going to cost, double it. And that's probably what it's actually going to cost. But I couldn't be happier. And it was tough at times getting through it. But the fact that we had such a great team, that I had so much confidence in the team, and we are thrilled with the finished product. And there's no more carpet in my bathroom. So thanks for coming along. I feel like you all have really been part of this. If you want to be even more a part of what I'm doing here, I would love for you to join us over on Patreon. As always, a huge shout out and thanks to my wonderful patrons. I could not do what I do without you, and I have a great community there to boot. So if you would like to be part of that, it is patreon.com/JenLefforge, and we would love to see you over there. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're finding joy. Please take very good care of each other, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.